of posting a video, I'll just go live and see who is on here, who wants to chat, who wants to see me transfer some boring old seeds. So what I have been up to is getting my seeds ready for my flower garden. Last year I did my first cut flower garden in soil in my backyard, and it was super successful. The only issues I had or complaints I had is because I live in Ontario, it is quite cold up until late May, and so I start my seeds, I think 6 weeks before I put them outside, 6 or 8 weeks before I put them outside, and I had them in a tray with soil or a grow light. And because I'm not super familiar with soil gardening, I overwatered them, and a lot of them didn't make it, and it was a journey. And so when it was time to get them in the ground, weren't the size that they should have been, so that I could say that I benefited from planting them or starting them early. The whole point of starting your seeds early is so that you can get a head start. Your plant is a specific size before getting it into the ground. In the summer here, it's so short, you only get a couple months of summer. So what I've been trying to do is to expedite that process. Since I have access to this aeroponic system, I have been using the paper towel method to try to start weeds, and once they sprout, get them in the buckets. I am a really impatient person, and I want to get the plant to the point of blooming so that when it's in the ground, it's already blooming and I don't waste any time. So what I did was I germinated the seeds in paper towel. As soon as they sprouted, within a couple of days, the ones that sprouted, instead of putting them in my seedling station where I care for them as seedlings, I put them right in the buckets immediately. I've never done that before. I actually did about it yesterday, but I've never done that before, and I was concerned that I would break the roots or that something would go wrong, but everything is working out. The seedlings are already growing so quickly. It's just been a couple of days. So today's goal is to go through this paper towel. I'll give you guys a closer look, but I've got a bunch of different flower varieties, different varieties of zinnias and celosia. And the celosia I'm going to try putting in the grow tower, and the zinnias I'm going to put in the buckets, and we'll see if I can get these guys flowering before transferring them. I feel like that would be really cool if I could do that. So I'm going to take you guys and show you guys a closer look of the flower plants that I already have started. Let me just turn this around here, take you with me. So here are zinnia flowers. I started on the same day, except this one is much bigger. I did not label them, so possible that this is one of the giant varieties. But you guys gotta check out these roots. They're just incredible. Hello, Pro Pyro. Check that out. Honestly, I'm just blown away. And the other one, the roots are developing super nicely, but it's still needs a little more time to get to this point. This one I've already done something that we call lollipopping, which is pruning the bottom leaves. That helps with better airflow, and it kind of just focuses the energy on, sorry, can't close this lid. It focuses the energy on and its vegetative state versus sending energy to the bottom leaves. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. I transferred these 2 days ago, so they sprouted, and 2 days later I got them in the buckets. It was so risky because the root wasn't even coming out of the net pot, and look at that today. Hang on, focus here. All right, here you can see the root in there. It's hard to see. Hi Kira, hi Noah. Here, this got transferred 2 days ago, and I don't know if you guys can see, but these roots are huge already within just a couple days. So I've really tried to push it to the limit, and you know, day 2 of sprouting from germination, it went right into the buckets, and now look at that. That is just wild to me. So this is an example of 4 weeks. And again, for those of you that just got here, hi Alexia Fox. These are a couple days old, and these are 4 weeks old. And I wanted to experiment, so I put one in my tower. The root is still really small. You can't see it yet. Well, you can. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm having a hard time focusing on the root on the camera. But anyways, the root is there and it's doing well. Now, if you guys know flowers, I've also tried celosia. This root was so small, and I was able to get it into the foam collar in the tower. You still can't see the root, but it's still alive. So yes, flower power time. That's correct. And well, I may as well show you guys while I'm here. I got my lettuce in the tower. I just transferred that a few days ago. And I was, same thing. The roots were so short that I was nervous that they weren't gonna make it, but that one almost died, but then we got some new leaves. So plants are so resilient, guys. It's the coolest thing. My strawberry plant, I threw it in here. More space. Thank you, Novice Homebrewer. These are my towers. Well, while I'm at it, I guess I'll show off and show you guys my green one. It is crazy. This is just regular, standard green leaf lettuce, and it is just so huge. And then I've got my romaine lettuce here. So everything is exploding. In fact, I think I might eat some this weekend. What do you guys think? Should I have some romaine lettuce this weekend? The romaine lettuce looks so different than what's in the store too. Look at the deep green leaves. Isn't it? Pro Pyro, it's the best lettuce. I know, I'm gonna enjoy this moment. That's why I love the tower so much. I honestly, I have all different growth stages. So it's leaking a little bit because I didn't assemble it really, and now it's too late to go back. But that's okay. I just put it down and we'll clean it soon. And then the kale is growing so quickly. It's very exciting. This is dinosaur kale, also known as Jacinto kale. Yes, dinosaur time. So, and then I've got, where is it? A little bit of parsley here. I germinated a bunch of herbs, so I'm waiting for that. But I got some chives there. And what else we got? Dill hiding back here. It's my first time growing dill, but I hear it just explodes in aeroponics. Caesar salad's coming soon. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then, yeah, tomato plants, pepper plants, everything is taking off, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been really working hard at my garden, and it's paying off. Today I posted about it, but I broke a tomato plant. So what I actually want to do is I want to try to use my orange tower as a cloner. So I clipped off the part that I cut that I broke off by accident, and I stuck it in a foam collar in the tower, and I don't know, will it root? We will find out. It's still kind of wilted. Maybe it's just because it's been out of water for a while, but we'll see. So maybe during this live, I'll take some different size cuttings, and we'll see which ones work. I'll update next week, and we'll see which ones propagate in the tower and which ones don't. But anyways, I'm gonna go to my workstation here. I'm working on transferring some other zinnias already into the buckets. So I figured I'll go live and take you guys with me. I might suggest you install a Wi-Fi booster or a second connection for a modem. Sometimes they're delayed, frames drop a bit. Oh, I know. I will sometimes with internet in here, depending on where I am. But as long as the plants are good, that's all I care about. All right, so I don't know if you guys know about the paper towel method for germination, but it's where you take a piece of damp paper towel, you put your seeds on it. I sprinkle cinnamon so that it prevents any mold growth or inhibits mold growth, and then you sandwich it with another piece of damp paper towel. Keep it under a grow light. I put mine on a grow schedule, 12 on, 12 off. And when the seeds germinate, so I have some that spread a couple days ago, and so I want to see how quickly I can get them in the tower or the buckets and have them survive. So let me show you guys and give you guys a closer look here at what I've done. All right, it looks gross because there's cinnamon sprinkled everywhere. But those little seedlings here, those are celosia. They're really beautiful flowers. They look like feathers. They're nice fillers for flower arrangements. And these over here are the zinnias. I've also got dahlias, but I'm not going to put them in the aeroponic system because I actually ordered full out tubers. So those will just go to the ground. This one I tried to put in the buckets, but the root was too short. So I left it in the paper towel to see if it'll grow a little more. But if not, then we'll have to say bye-bye to that one. And then I've got all these here. So the smaller one, oh wow, look at that. It's hard to focus here, but I don't know if you guys can see this root over here. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get those in the system, see which ones will survive, check the survival rate and see how quickly we can get them in the tower. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys how it works and how quickly the roots grow. So I'll do an update next week and show you guys where we're at and how quickly these guys took off once they're in the system. That's why I'm trying to come up with a system where as soon as things sprout, if I can get it in the system, it's better off than being cared for in the seedling station because it takes what it needs. It's got constant nutrients, and it's like the tower and the bucket. It's like magic. It everything grows so quickly. Nice roots already. I know this garden is crazy. I spend all my time in here. I am always looking for things to fix. It's like I look for problems so that I can create solutions. That is why I love having this garden all year round. I am going to just get some net pots. All right, so I took a few system. It looks like I only have a couple of zinnias that are going to be ready to be transferred. But I'm going to give you guys a closer look right here. And I got some tweezers to make it a little easier. But all right, so I usually just gently try to, without breaking the root, which I've done so much of these days. I've broken so many roots recently that I shouldn't be allowed to do this anymore, but practice makes perfect, right? So sometimes I spray a little bit of water. It kind of helps loosen the roots. Ooh. Okay. Sorry if I'm disengaged, guys. I'm just trying to stay focused so I don't break this root. The longer the root, the more successful it'll be in the system. Success! So there you go. I have got a little bit of paper towel on it, but that's not a big deal because I'm not doing anything else to risk this. So now for the fun part is set it in the foam collar. Just stick it like so. Shoot, I think the root just broke after all that. Can you believe that? But you know what? This is an experiment, so we're gonna, I'm gonna get it in here. Use my tweezers. I don't know if you guys can see that. I always say this, but it, oh shoot, it's like performing surgery. It really is. All right. So there it is. Will it survive or won't it? We got a little root sticking out there, just a little bit. So we'll see. We'll get it into the net pot. And take you with me to the buckets. We'll stay tuned. I'm gonna take you with me and show you guys. So I'm in different buckets so we know what growth stages they are. So these got transferred yesterday, and these are today. And then we're gonna hopefully fill the rest of them with the rest of what's germinated. And then, you know, like this one, for example, I feel like it's already ready to go in the ground. Like, look at those roots, guys. So white, so clean. And if I can, you know, start my plants in here and then get them outside, I'm really gonna stretch the season, which would be so cool, because summer in Ontario is just too short. If you know, you know. All right, sorry about that. Let's get the next one, see what else can be transferred. I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, so this one, I hoped that it would grow roots, so I stuck it back in the paper towel. But as you can see, the end there, we lost it. So RIP. We'll get that in the garbage. See what else here. Really wish I had zinnias that sprouted already, but they take time. This one started growing a root again after I broke it, so maybe now we can try to get a system. I'll show you guys. It's a super baby root, but you know what? I'm all about experimenting, so I'm going to push it to the limit and just get it in the buckets and see what happens. If it dies, it dies. Let's see what everyone's saying here. Yes, best meditation for sure. Hydro, let's go. Yes. Do you notice a big shock from transplant? I've never done it before, so stay tuned. I will keep you posted. I will have to harden them off, so I think I might take them out of the system, and you know what? I might even have challenges taking them out of the system because the roots might be super intertwined, so there might be a sweet spot where I have to get them into soil. The two that I just showed you that are more mature, I might actually leave those in the system to see if I can grow an indoor aeroponic flower garden. And then the new little seedlings, once they have a bit of a root, then I'll transfer them to a cell tray with some soil, harden them off outside for a little bit first before I get them in my flower bed. It sounds like I'm complicating things, which I absolutely am. It's more of, will it work and can I do it? And is there a better way? Which is what I'm always trying to figure out. So I will keep you guys posted if there is a shock or if it even works. Because sometimes when plants are at a certain growth stage and I try to transfer them even to a different vessel, I have challenges because the roots get so intertwined. And then, you know, there's a certain point where you can't move it anymore because it's just going to harm the plant. So it's really about knowing your plants, and if you don't know, try, because you'll find out quickly enough. Taking notes because I'd like to do too. Yeah, you can try it. It's worth a shot. I know that you can even take cuttings from your soil garden, propagate it, and plant that in the soil as well once it starts to root. So that could be a quick way to expedite things as well. Donation link so people can auction that one crate. Just a thought. Which crate? My box, you mean? So, okay, I got this in the foam collar, but it's really risky. I gotta show you guys. Hang on. Let me, so this is super risky because the root is barely sticking out, but I'm hoping that, you know, the nozzles oversaturate the buckets. So I'm hoping that somehow the water will travel and just hit this root, because if it can do that, we're golden and this baby will take off. But again, we're gonna push it to the limit, and I'm just gonna try it because I got nothing else to lose. It is unfortunate the collars are so thick. I have germination sponges that are also this thickness, and what I've been doing is just cutting them in half. So I'm sure you can slice these in half, or maybe it's an opportunity for, you know, better product creation. Having thinner foam cloning collars would be really, really cool. Stay tuned, it might be on my website soon. Yes, yeah, to grow. Well, maybe I'll do a giveaway one of these days with one of my towers. That would be cool. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the system. I'll take you guys with me. So that's it. Hey, there's only 2 zinnias that can be transferred into the buckets, but that's 2 more than I had yesterday, so I am not complaining. As you can see, this one here, you probably can't even see it. It died. I have a zinnia growing hydroponically using Floranova Grow. It's mass. Ooh, that's so exciting because look, I got my Floranova Grow here, and that's what I'm currently using for my plants. So that is really exciting. Thank you for sharing that, because now I have motivation. Let me ask you, do you have to hand pollinate your indoor zinnia? Unless it's outdoor. Outdoor is a different story, but I know certain plants you have to pollinate them in order for them to produce. So that is something I'm interested in finding out, because I mean, having a garden is all about consistency, but I am not consistent when it comes to hand pollinating. I actually just got an electric toothbrush designated to the grow tent so that I stay on top of my hand pollinating, because I don't know if you guys have watched my previous videos, but there was a point in time where I was trying to grow eggplants, and they have to be hand pollinated in order to produce fruit. Same with cucumber, and I screwed that up royally. So I spent all this time growing these massive plants and no fruit. So yes, hand pollinating is key, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I just started growing lettuce inside. Cool, me too. The zinnia is definitely an experiment, but they're one of the easiest flowers to grow. So if I can grow it in non-nutrient dense soil outside, no problem, then I guess there's no reason why I can't do this inside with the Floranova Grow. Everything else is flowering in the buckets. Yeah, can you clarify what you suggested, ProPyro? Because I know you're talking about a crate. Just thought about an option, 1 crate for viewer ideas, perhaps a donation link. You mean a bucket system or a tower? I just don't know what you mean by crate. Do you mean the buckets to grow, like a giveaway? Oh yeah, a bucket. Well, I'm actually working on something exciting with regard to the bucket, so that could be cool. I could do something like that for sure. Donation link, I know what you mean. But yeah, that's definitely something that I can... Well, yeah, a giveaway I'm sure people would enjoy as well. All right, I'm going to go get the foam collars for the Celosia plants. I will be back in 1 second. far because I don't know how many the root will be long enough to transfer, but we will find out. So here I have 1 inch, or sorry, the 2-inch foam collars. I've got one dead plant in here that didn't make it. RIP. See guys, plants die all the time. You just gotta keep going, keep having fun, keep experimenting, keep growing. I mean, people can grow a suggestion in your garden online. Oh yes, from the Netherlands. People in the, no worries, Crow Pyro. I understand what you're saying now. Fantastic idea. Good afternoon, Clyde. Happy Saturday. All right, guys. So I'm just removing the seedling that didn't make it from the foam collars, and I am going to transfer my celosia plants that just sprouted a couple of days ago into the foam collars and get them into the tower. So I'm going to turn you guys around so I can show you what I'm doing. Yes, the sprouting tray looks gross because it's cinnamon that I sprinkled to prevent mold growth. But here, sorry, put you right there. All right, so I think I'm going to transfer this one because I see, I'm sorry if it's difficult to see. I'll try to zoom in for you guys. For some reason, I have a hard time. I can't focus my camera. Anyways, all right. So again, I don't know if these are going to do well in the tower, but we're going to experiment. So I'm just gently trying to remove the root. There we go. Success. Zoom out here. That little plant is going to go in the foam collars. So this is what I'm spending my Saturday afternoon doing. So thank you guys for joining and keeping me company. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. I don't know about where you guys are at, but here it is cloudy and raining, and I can't wait till, ooh, I just lost my seedling. Shoot. Oh, there it is. This is what happens when I talk while I do things. Ohio, rain also. Yeah, I hear that. All right, so here's the seedling. Sticking it into the foam collar, and success. It is actually the perfect size. As you guys can see, the root is just sticking out perfectly. And there you go. I've got my flowers start. Holland. Oh, Holland is beautiful. I wonder how the weather is there. She's gonna thrive. Yes. Thank you for sending her positive vibes. She's gonna need it because I have a knack for killing things, even though my garden is thriving right now. All right, so the next one. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna go for this one right here. Even though the hull hasn't come off. Oh, I just lost her. It looks like it's gonna be long enough to get into the buckets, or to get into the foam collars, sorry. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see what the chat says. Yeah, come on people, smash that like button. Let's go, let's go. My flowers need the positive thoughts. All right. I get very focused on, it's like I said, and I'll say it again, it's like surgery. Okay, so this one, the root is very short. I misjudged this one. I could leave it in the paper towel if I want, but like I said, it's just one big experiment, and if it dies, we'll start some more seeds. really not a big deal. All right, so I've got 2 of them right now. Let's see. Ooh, I've got a nice one. Check this out. This one over here has such a good little root. I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna grab my tweezers here. Oh, that was easy. Didn't even have to pull it out with any effort. So there you go. There's a little celosia flower plant. We're gonna get it in the foam cloning collar and into the grower to have my flower starts for the summer. Once they're ready, they're gonna go outside into my soil garden. All right, this is gonna look super sloppy, guys, but this is the best strategy I've got, is just drop it in here. This is a little bit tricky to do. Just gonna get this here. Oh my goodness. If I lose your attention, I apologize, because I think this is gonna take, ooh, this is gonna take me a while. Sometimes the stems are so curly and curved that it makes it difficult. Okay, so I got it in, but now the root isn't sticking out the bottom. Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna try kind of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna probably break the root. I should just leave it. Oh. Oh my goodness. What is happening? See, guys, this is the unedited stuff that you don't see. All right. Let's just get that in the tower and hopefully it survives. Trying to shove it in there. Right, we're just gonna leave it like that. Hopefully the water travels through. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Fingers crossed, that's what an experiment is, right? So I'm just gonna get it in the net pot. This is what I mean aggressive, is I'm not being patient and waiting till it's ready. I am just going for it. All right, so we're gonna get these. Excuse my messy workstation. This one already looks like it's dying. All right, 1, 2, we'll get the last one. All right, I'm gonna put it at the bottom because for some reason the bottom has a better flow. We'll see how it does. So that's one that's struggling, and I was able to transfer it in a few days ago, and it's still alive. So we'll see if the rest do well. Let's see if there's any more that can be transferred. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of them, but I'm gonna have to look and see what else is ready. So let me check here, take my time and look. I think we can get that root game up. Yeah, I know. I should probably leave it there a little longer, but I really just want to push it to the limit and see how fast I can make stuff happen. I am one of the most impatient people you'll ever meet. And it's surprising because I have a garden, and garden's supposed to teach you patience, right? But I'll do the opposite. All right, so here we go. There's another one. I'll Let's try to get it in here without screwing it up this time. All right, fingers crossed. You don't see the root yet, but there's the little seedling. So we'll see. Oh, passion and drive. Yes, that's true. Drive to make things happen faster. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna put this in the grow tower right over here. And we'll see how that does. I think that's it for what I can transfer. Yeah, I'm gonna leave everything else and be patient. Try out different growth stages and see what does better where. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take you guys on a little tent tour and show you what's been new this week. I'll show you guys what I've been working on. So, first things first, these are my tomatoes. I've been trying to get them onto the trellis. They're getting so big, different growth stages. But the roots are looking real nice. I'll show you the roots as well. Last week I pinched off all the flower buds, but now, I don't know if you guys can see, we've got some new flower buds. Thank you, Anthony. I've been working really, really hard, so I'm having my moment and showing off right now because I'm very proud of my garden. I'm trying to show you guys. I just pinched off the flower buds a couple days ago and they're back. So I did that to increase the yield. I'm not sure how many times you're supposed to do it. I know with determinate varieties, you could do determinate varieties, I think you can once, and indeterminate varieties, you can go more. But then I think it decreases the size of your fruit, but increases the size of the yield. ProPyro, 2 little tents. Oh, you grow weed. Cool. I've been wanting to try growing cannabis. I have not learned it yet. I know the learning curve, but I'm definitely interested. Do I have a fan that exchanges the air from the outside? Yes. So I've got the intake fans, 2 intake fans here. Spider Farmer intake fans. And then I've got an exhaust. It's a carbon filter exhaust. I leave that running all day long. And then I used to leave the grow tent open a little bit, but then I had a crazy issue with thrips. And if you are into indoor gardening, then you know the challenges with pests. And because it's in my house, I don't want to introduce beneficials like ladybugs and stuff because I don't want any problems. So I just do my best with other IPM methods. If you can grow tomatoes, you can grow weed. Almost same. Oh, well, that is great to know. I can help you. Nothing. Oh, I will definitely holler when I'm ready, for sure. So yeah, back to the tomatoes. Look at that. Flowers mean fruit is coming, guys. So I can't wait. I actually just learned from somebody today that these little hairy parts on the tomato are called trichomes, and they're actually supposed to be a little defense against pests and other things. And I've also read that the hairier the plant, the healthier. So I'm proud. There is my broken one that I broke this morning. Again, for those of you that just got here and are watching, I took the broken part, I nipped it on a 45-degree angle, stuck it in the tower, and maybe I can use tower to clone my cuttings, because that would be wicked. I've got my cucumber plant here, same thing. This week I pinched off all the buds to try to increase the yield, and the buds are growing back. So that means fruit is coming. I need to have both male and female flowers so that I can hand pollinate. I don't know if it's just cucumber roots, but these roots, they're not as white as the flower plant, but they're still not bad. There's like a huge root system down there, which is pretty cool to see. Having the hairs on early means they could eat more but don't have it. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But you know what? I heard that when plants are in a vegetative state, you kind of want them to starve a little bit for food and stress them out a little bit. It's supposed to actually improve the yield. I don't know how true that is, but we'll find out. I'll show you guys. I'll take you on a root tour. Oh, see? New growth. I'm excited about the new growth. But that's an example. So I'm cycling out my nutrients right now, and I just did water, distilled water, and now you see a bunch of new growth because it's searching. The roots are searching. Here, nice roots going on. A little bit browner than I'd like, but I'm still learning. This one I'm proud of. She looks very healthy, and I'm happy with the roots. I'm happy with the color. So I don't know if it's like other things where over time maybe it oxidizes or something and it changes color. I don't know. Or maybe it's the hydroclay rough patch, but this one looks beautiful. She's looking so good. And this one here, same thing, a lot of new growth. I'm getting my phone all wet. The cycle, the pump is on right now. Oh my gosh, these roots are insane down here, guys. If you could see, I don't want to get my phone too wet, but wow. And over here, yeah, they're doing great. So this one took a hit today, but it'll be fine. I got faith in my plants, and oh, I'm really excited to show you guys the peppers. So I had the peppers in the hydroclay. I heard that there's different types of hydroclay, like leca pebbles, which maybe are less prone to breaking down. These do break down and do leave debris in the system. For some reason, this time when I was growing my peppers, I couldn't get them to push through the hydroclay. I don't know why. I've never had that problem before. Usually peppers are the easiest thing for me to successfully grow. So I transferred them to the foam collars because that's my new obsession. And look at those roots. I'm crazy now. I know I do updates of this all the time on my regular content, but it's just wild that I have to share. In this setup, you don't need a lot of roots action in dirt. You feed it food. Yep, very true, very true. The roots only take what they need, right? But you do have to see them coming out of the hydroclay so that you know that, you're doing something right. And because they weren't, I thought, you know what about free hanging root? And that is so much more effective in the system to not have it impeded by anything else. It's just, you know what? You do whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong. For me, I found that this is the most effective this grow. But who knows, next grow, maybe it might not be the case. I don't know. But I'm always prepared to adapt and figure out what my plants need and just give it to them. And now I can... The colors are much more vibrant so they started off, well, I got to raise the lights today, so maybe I'll do it soon, but what started off as yellowing pepper plants is beginning to develop into a nice lush green. So that's exciting. Check out these roots. And actually the pepper plants already start flowering, and which is wild because it's early. So I had to pinch off all the flowers. And there you go. These are different varieties. I think these are cayenne pepper and poblano pepper. I'm not sure which is which because, of course, I didn't label it. And then one of these is Chinese 5-color, and the other one is Chinese Doe Hill pepper. I'm sure you guys have seen in my other videos, a friend of mine has these new net pots that they're doing, so tested mine out. This one I had to force the root out because, again, with the clay pebbles, I had challenges. But this one, we got a nice little root forming there. So they're cone-shaped net pots. Pretty cool. We'll see how they work. And then a couple more pepper plants. Lots of peppers. They do well in the 4-vessel buckets, even though it's small. It's actually a lot of space. And like ProPyro says, you don't need that much So there you go, there's some roots back there, little baby roots here, and those are, I don't know what variety those are, but they're all in slightly different growth stages. And then for the part I'm the most proud of course, is this tower over here. It is just, I guess floating is the best word to describe it. I can't even describe, I wish you guys could see in person. These leaves are so huge, and for just regular leaf lettuce, it's amazing. And it's so clean that it's so nice to not have to wash your lettuce when you harvest it. It's like straight from tower to table. If you've ever heard of that term, from tower to table, that is what this is. Honestly, guys, I am so proud. There's nothing to be proud of because you don't even need to be good at growing. It's just, honestly, the size of these leaves, I can't get over it. And I'm gonna show you the roots. We're gonna take a look at the roots, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't want to break the plant, but I do want to show you so you can understand just how big it is. Look at that beauty. It is growing in an interesting formation, probably because it has to compensate for the shape of the tower, because it doesn't have trellis support, but that is bigger than my face. This one leaf is the size of half of my face. So just to give you some perspective on the size of this lettuce, and the roots are kind of in a ball here, but they're looking nice, pretty clean. And I've tasted this lettuce and it is so delicious. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't even, like, showing you doesn't do it any justice, but it is just, it's huge. It's so big, and I'm very proud of how this tower operates. It does a great job. And the lights are full spectrum LED, so the plants get everything they need. I'm probably going to actually have to move stuff over to the orange tower to make room because there's just too much now. I've already spaced. It's time to space it out again. I'll show you guys. Here I've got different growth stages. That's romaine, again, regular leaf lettuce, another regular leaf lettuce, but see how this is growing? So interesting. But the leaves are looking so lush and delicious that I'm absolutely going to have a salad tonight, and I'll do a live while I harvest. I know the colors are amazing, and it also looks so beautiful in the orange tower as well, but the green is definitely my favorite. But yeah, this is the romaine. Beautiful. The roots look so good. I know, guys, I'm about to get off this live and some now. There's the kale. I've already showed you guys. Sorry, I'm just super excited, so I keep showing off. And then last week I germinated some more romaine, and so I've got another bunch in here that are obviously at different growth stages, so they're getting less nutrients, and we'll see how they do. I threw my strawberry in here to get it out of the chaos, and once I have more strawberries, which I'm currently germinating, they will go in the yellow. And then as for my lemon seedlings, rest in peace to this guy here. I killed it. I'm so nervous about watering and getting fungus gnats that I've been going really slow with the watering until I figure out the perfect amount. This one is okay. It's looking rough, but I promise it'll bounce back. I will not let it down. But it's been, I know I should be bottom watering, but I was in a pinch to get them in the tower, in the tent, and I have to drill holes in the bottom of where they currently are right now so that I can have like a tray or something underneath to water it, because I have to top water it right now. And anyways, I'll figure it out. I'll get my shit together. But anyways, so that's pretty much it. That's all I've got going on today in the grow tent. Gonna do some vacuuming. I try to keep it as clean as possible in here. Sometimes I do get fungus gnats, but I use those sticky stick traps. So keeping things as clean as possible is key when you have an indoor garden. You know, prevent any pests or anything going wrong. I've been so careful with my tomato plants because they're not, they're in a very vegetative state right now, that they are overlapping, and I'm trying to strategically prune to prevent getting PM. I don't want to have to spray stuff if I don't want to, so I've just been actively pruning. I've got these fans set up here, so I just keep moving it in different areas to make sure that around the general plant area there's air circulation. But other than that, that's it. That's all that's new. No drilling needed. PVC pipe. Oh, true. I can do, actually I can do like a little drip system, drip irrigation like I do outside for my flowers. That would be cool. Do this summer is do like a drip hose on my flower garden instead of watering with a sprinkler or a hose. I think it's just better. Also for pets too. But yeah, in terms of the tent, that's really it. I've got some new seeds to start today. Now that I have the romaine seed and the orange tower that I just showed you guys, I have to start new romaine seeds. So, you know, I'm trying to eliminate the things that are off the grocery list. So every week I buy salad items because I'm a big salad eater. I eat a lot of salad. I buy arugula, I buy romaine lettuce, I buy tomatoes. Cucumbers is a tough one. It's hard to find organic that's affordable, and it's part of the Dirty Dozen, so you want to be careful. So that's something that I'd rather just assume once I've grown my own. You know, fruits, strawberries these days, organic strawberries for a little pint is so expensive. So if I'm growing my own, that eliminates another item off the grocery list. You know, salad these days, 4 heads of lettuce is like over $10, which is insane. I don't know who's gonna pay that. So I don't know what it costs where you guys are at watching, but you know, if I can eliminate tomatoes, cucumbers, strawberries, lettuce, onions, and any organic herbs that I use off my grocery list, that's a huge cost savings for me. So I know, you know, a lot of people say that this tent is a money pit. It's really not. It's a long-term investment, and at least you know what's going into your food. You're learning how to grow it yourself. There's nothing like it. It's more than just removing things off your grocery list. It's about learning how to do it yourself so that you don't need to rely on others, well, big corporations such as the grocery store. If you can't do it yourself, then support a local farm or a farmer's market. I'm getting really sick and tired of the grocery stores handle things. So everything is way overpriced, crap quality. You don't know what you're getting or where it's coming from. And yeah, I just prefer to grow your own. It's the best way. Snack cucumbers. Oh my gosh, I know. I gotta get seeds for that. I've heard they're so good. I heard they're so good. I think smaller varieties are better in aeroponics. I've done, I don't know if you guys have heard of lemon cucumbers or Armenian cucumbers. They're a smaller variety, but again, I screwed up with the hand pollinating. I didn't do it, so I didn't grow any fruit. I had to plant the whole time. That's why right now, this is my only cucumber. That's it. I've limited myself to only one. Anything more than that, I don't deserve right now because I haven't mastered it. So I need to give this baby all of my attention, and then once I master this one, and if I can successfully get fruit, then I can grow different varieties and experiment with that. Sometimes I exaggerate and I overwhelm myself. My first grow, I germinated over 100 pepper seeds, and once they all of them sprouted because they were a fresh pepper that I just bought, and I couldn't grow them out, so I just put them all in the buckets. I had about 80 pepper plants. Insane. So I need to tone it down a little bit and not do so much at once so that it can be successful. In this tent, I've only successfully grown one cucumber, and it was such an autumn weird shape, and that's because it actually wasn't getting pollinated properly. So don't hand pollinate the male flower with the female flower, the male flower with the female flower, then you don't get fruit. So that is something I gotta stay on top of. But tomatoes and peppers, they're self-pollinating. So if you do pollinate and give them the extra hand, it's only gonna improve your yield and improve your grow. If you don't, it'll still produce fruit, maybe just not as big. Another thing that I'm gonna focus on, I have fewer bell pepper plants because I really want to focus on the size of the bell pepper. I heard that you don't want too many bell peppers per plant, otherwise it'll affect the size. So that's another thing that I'm going to consider during this grow. But I mean, I could keep talking about this stuff forever. But yeah, now I am hungry for a salad. So I think I actually might harvest some and enjoy some lunch on this gloomy Saturday afternoon. I'll have a fresh, yummy salad for an hour, and I'll be sure to document it and show you guys. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me in my tent. I don't really have a consistent content schedule yet in terms of when I post my long form videos, but when I do, I will keep you guys posted, and until then I may just keep doing lives. Maybe, you know, if you guys are interested, I'll do a weekly live segment and save a project for when you guys are here with me so that we can kind of do it together, whether it's starting seeds, propagating something, cleaning a system. I want to take you guys with me and show you guys the ins and outs. I hate it when companies like Tower Garden or whatever, they try to make it look so easy and so perfect, and you know, oh, just set it and forget it. You don't have to do anything. It's easy, but everything takes work. If you want to succeed at anything, and everything takes work. So I am very much learning, and I don't always want to have the polished videos where everything looks perfect. I want to show you guys that the roots are brown. I want to show you guys that I'm still trying to figure out my nutrients. So if there's anything you want to see or want in-depth information on, drop it in the comments and let me know, because I really want to, you know, get in there and peel back the layers of aeroponics and show you guys everything. I'm open to suggestions because I'm learning. I want to know what you guys see, and if you guys have a better way of doing things than how I do it, then let me know. I am always open to change. There is always a better way, and above all else, one thing I really want to do, which I think will be fun to engage with you guys, is if you want to see me grow something, so I know Pro Pyro, you want snack cucumbers, so I will do cucumber melons. Okay, I could try that too. But if you want to see me grow in the system, let me know. I will do the work and procure the seeds, and we will have fun with it. We'll grow together. Peppers, well, I'm glad you're here. I was about to go, but I will show you. Peppers it is. I've got a ton of peppers. I've got 6 bell pepper plants. I've got a Chinese 5-color plant. I've got an Ancho Poblano pepper plant, a cayenne pepper plant. One of these is early jalapeno. One of these is a Doe Hill. I've got a lot of pepper plants. But anyways, if there is something you guys want to see me grow in the system, tell me. I will get the seeds and we're going to do an experiment. I know not everyone has a system like this where they can experiment, and it's fun to be able to watch and also get involved and have a say in what you want to see grow. So I'll take you guys through everything. Just let me know when we grow. SKE Engineering, if there's a specific variety you want, you let me know. I'll get the seeds. We're gonna just experiment and have fun in this tent. I want to bring my tent to you guys and share with you guys, because honestly, I feel so blessed to get to spend my time in here and grow my own food in here that it's too awesome not to share. So again, if there's something you guys want to see, let's have fun. On that note, you guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you to everyone that joined me. I had fun. I've done YouTube lives before. I've done like 24-hour live watch cams and stuff, but this is my first actual live where I have people engaging with me. So to all of you that showed up, thank you. I hope you have a great weekend. Next time I have a project to do, I'm gonna sign on a little live and take you guys with me. But until then, have a great day, and always follow me to learn more. Bye guys.